Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is D, and today's tarot card of the day, how the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Five of Arrows and Frustration. And meditating on this card, I was like, all right, usually the key for me is not to get frustrated. All right, look at opportunities to, not get irritated or frustrated or stressed out over, because obviously things are out of your control. And when I looked at this card as I was meditating on it, that goat is shining. All right, and the positive around this card is he has let 4 arrows go pretty quickly. He's already got the 5th arrow notched. Okay, that tells me he's pretty good marksman. Or I shouldn't say he's marksman, he's quick. He's quick at notching arrows, and he's quick at letting them fly. And unfortunately, he's not hitting the target. But if you look very closely, his quiver is empty too, with that last arrow that's in there. So this is his last chance. And if this person was smart, okay, you let 4 arrows go, they didn't hit the mark, and the 5th one, if you look at how he's aiming it, that doesn't even look like it's going to hit the mark. It looks like he's going to shoot underneath it, because that ram is going to be past him, okay? And, he's going to get frustrated over that and just say, you know what? Okay, fine. Life gets frustrating when you can't hit your target. But, now I need to go find those arrows because I don't have any more, all right? So he really wasn't prepared to hit the goal when he was there. He figured, well, I got 5, I should be all right. Whereas you think about the archer always has a quiver full of arrows. Now, arrows is air energy. It's thinking, logic, reasoning, and 5 is halfway through that. So you build up, and then you have that crescendo, and you start coming down. And as I say that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, so here he's got the arrows, and he's missing his mark, and now he's going to get all frustrated. All right, and what is that going to do? That unfocused energy that he has is going to lead to anger, which is going to lead to more frustration. And frustration could even lead to self-doubt. All right, but what he's doing is he's wasting the energy. He's wasting his resources. All right, he didn't take into account what was happening. All right, I mean, you think about the 10 of arrows, which was only a couple days ago. Let's see, and that's how it's laying down on the floor, or on a table. Maybe he was a student in that class. All right, and he just said, yeah, I know how to shoot a bow and arrow. I know how to shoot that arrow. I know how to hit my target. But he really didn't apply the lesson from the instruction of the teacher. Okay. And maybe he's sitting there going, you know what, if I would have listened to so-and-so a little bit better, if I would have listened to my trainer, I wouldn't be so frustrated. I need to go back and talk to him or her, all right? The key here is to have that self-control and that discipline, all right? Also, not to let that frustration get a hold of you and, leave that as unfocused energy. When you get to be emotionally focused, all right, and you're able to control your thought patterns, all right, and put, a positive spin on it instead of a negative spin, you can achieve your goal or desire, whether that's hitting this ram or the next target that's coming up, okay? You can't let the emotional energy of frustration blind you from hitting your target. Okay, you have to see clearly on what you want to accomplish. And if you don't see clearly, okay, you have to take that time to steady your mind and to steady your breathing. Maybe you have to get into a little Zen moment, before you go out there and you tackle whatever project that is. All right. So the other piece of this too, instead of getting frustrated, is take the moment to look at the situation from a different perspective. And when something like this comes up for me, I look at it and say, you know what, it wasn't meant to be. It's not my day to hit this ram, you know, or this. It's not my day to hit this goat. You know, maybe my day is, you know, to, you know, hunt squirrel, all right, or, you know, hunt duck or something like that, right? Eventually, okay, because he's moving so quick and loosing his arrows, all right, he didn't take the, you know, the proper preparation to hit his goal, and that's key, because when you don't do that, you end up becoming frustrated. If you take the proper preparation and focus your energy on what the task is at hand, you're going to resolve whatever challenges that lay ahead of you, and you're going to hit that goal. You're going to be so focused on what it is you need to do, you're going to come up with a plan. And you say, this is what I need to do, A, B, and C. This is what happens, all right? And maybe next time when he sees that ram, he says, you know what, I'm not going to let this guy get away. I know what the speed of the game is that this ram or this goat is going. I just need to slow it down. I need to slow it down in my mind. I need to steady myself, all right, and focus on the true target. And when you do that, when this guy does that, and he focuses on a true target, and he's calm and he's relaxed like the archer, he can let that last arrow fly. And he's probably going to hit that goal with precision. Okay, but he, you know, this person needs to get there. Now, when I lay this down on the board, okay, you know, yesterday I talked about that hooded man, right? So the cards are laying this way. Let's see if I got them up right. Okay, so here you got the 10 of arrows instruction, looking at the hooded man. All right, and they're looking at that and they're saying, you know, this is the direction we have you going. All right, take that instruction and go reflect inwardly on your thought patterns and you know, on where you want to go. You've got that beacon of hope. Now, the 5 of arrows is away from that. So your frustration is going to come in the days ahead. Okay, because, you know, here you are yesterday, you were sitting back with that hooded man and you were going, okay, let's think things through. And, you know, the 5 of arrows is pointing to the future. It's not pointing to the past. It's not pointing to the present. You know, the 10 of arrows and hooded man are looking at each other. All right, which is telling me that, you know, there's some instruction going on, maybe spiritually some instruction going on, to make you reflect inwardly on that next task that's going on your spiritual journey. All right, because, you know, the two of vessels just fell off the attraction. You know, the Queen of Bows is still here. You know, she's asking, how do you influence those around you? You know, how can this guy be influenced by those around him? You know, if he goes back to his teacher and he looks and he says, you know, okay, you know, I didn't really learn that lesson well. You know, and I'm going to have to go back to school here. I'm going to have to go back and ask him what went wrong. You know, and the other question that is asked is, where do you need to be more understanding? You know, the seer's speaking in riddles. And here's one of those opportunities where it's speaking in riddles again. You know, I'm sure he's, you know, when he's done letting loose that arrow, he's going, man, why did I not hit that? And maybe you're asking that question, you know, how is it that I'm not hitting that mark now? You know, I know what it takes to be fulfilled. All right. I know what that feeling's like, but something just feels off. What is it? All right. And there's a struggle to try to hit that. Don't struggle. Let it come to you. Don't you go to it. All right. And don't get frustrated, because when you bring on that frustration and that anger and that, you know, all those negative emotions, it actually repels everything from going away. You know, you put a shield up around you, where it just repels, you know, the goal away from you. All right. You know, the seers, you know, and that's part of that riddle, like I said, that the seers got out there. You know, maybe she sent this goat to you and said, hey, let's see if you can catch it. You know, it's part of the lesson that you need to learn on a daily basis of, okay, if I need to set this goal. I can't let whatever challenges frustrate me. Think things through. Let's see if I can make it right. You know, the green man's there to nourish you. He's giving you the empowerment, you know. Let me ask this question. Is this guy empowered to hit that goal? I don't know. Possibly. You know, you felt empowered to go out there with 5 arrows. If it was me, I would have been empowered to go out with her with 20 arrows. All right? But I'm definitely going to be empowered to look for the 4 that went by him. You know, so empowerment can help you with that frustration as well. Let that fuel your positive attributes of making sure you hit the target. You know, that way you can still stay fulfilled with that 3 of bows. Because it's not, you know, a lot of people look at that and say, you know, oh, well, the arrows didn't hit. You know, there's something wrong with my bow. No, it's operator error. Okay, you're overthinking it. You're overanalyzing it. Just relax. You know, eventually this ram or this goat will come back to you. That goal will come back to you. And next time, be prepared. So that's today's message. That 5 of arrows, frustration out of the Wildwood Tarot deck. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. And this is D for Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Stay safe, everybody.